Hey now guys, another trial time. Okay, so as you can see, we've got debris on here. Essentially little pieces of gravel that we would be throwing in underneath, okay? The gravel will come from another process. Oh, that's where my tip went to. Okay, these are the little tips that get caught in the mouth and make the system go Ouroboros. Essentially, what's happened is the groove that the tail is fitted into, okay, is too tight. Okay, when this happens, the tip breaks. Okay, and then the next piece above it grinds on here, erases it as it goes down, and continues cutting the next piece of tail on a larger diameter. Okay. So I'm going to save that because those are good pins. So what we do is now put this on top, okay, with our cutter in place, and then go to town. Now, this is the chewing that we want to be hearing. Okay? That tells me that pieces are being sheared off and ground in. Okay? Now, we're also going to explore that dirty word defecation, okay? Because the techs are adamant that they do not want any defecation rolling over his feet. So no dirty water with suspended sediment and particulate in it, okay? So the larger the particulate, the quicker it's going to fall out of the water stream or water column. The smaller the particulate becomes, the more it's going to be able to be suspended in the water current, slight water current, and wash it away, leaving behind larger and larger and larger and larger pieces of stone. Okay, so we should still have some stone in there. Okay, our cutter tip is still good. Okay, so now these pieces, we want these pieces still because they're still a large enough size that they can be reused. Okay, we want to grind up everything into a slurry of defecation. Their wording, sorry guys, I'm just relaying it as they call it so that we can all identify what their terminology was and how it could, I guess I should show this. Okay, so here we are here. Okay, there's some defecation on there. Okay, but that's worthy defecation still. It's still got enough green to it. Okay, it's still got enough green to it that it is still usable, just not here. Okay, it's going to get pushed further along in through little slots and grooves and in between the stones where they have these pickup divots. Okay, anywhere where the pickup divot is, the stones will go into their pre-sized positions on the floor based on the water current. Okay, so there's a sufficient current that they're taking anything above a certain size. If this was the size that I want, anything above that is just going to drop straight down. Okay, with the water current, as they get smaller, they're going to be pushed along and self-sorting in the water as we go along. Okay, now for the defecation aspect, okay, this is all it is. And you barely see the little piles. This little dust, okay, will turn into a slime and plug up any of the holes. So we want to keep that defecation flowing out of the system. Okay, so how you now, guys? I'm pretty excited and really stoked that now we got shaping, actual shaping capabilities, not just polishing. Okay, so with that, by the way, this is Brahma, okay, and his efforts on the assembly, okay. As we discussed about Shiva and Vishnu, Vishnu is the fine polish and the finer little lines of detail. Shiva, he's going to do the in-between work that Brahma, who has the rougher shapes, okay, can only gouge out the stone, okay. When it gets a little bit smoother, but still has enough roughness to it, it's going to still gouge, but not as deep, okay. It's going to protect what Brahma has built, okay, and gouged. Continue gouging it and deepening it until it's reached its mark. Once it's reached this mark, it ceases to become Shiva, and the stone spherules will be a lot smoother and do more polishing than they do gouging. So they will protect what Brahma and Shiva have done, okay, and do the finer polish with the more rounder stones and allow movement throughout the temple on bearings of varying degrees. Now, I've noticed that some architects have made notes that there's dirt in between the blocks. That dirt is to help the stones slide one on top of the other, okay, and flex so that they don't break and snap. The idea is to keep the whole layers or ribs to flex and move, okay, under all the weight without actually breaking anything else. So riding on smooth polished surfaces helps that to happen, and it all starts with one of these little situations. Anyways, how you now, guys? Have a good day.